right, what is up, everybody? It's Sysadmin Sean here with another video for you today. Today, we'll be building our first virtual machine in Proxmox, and this virtual machine will become a template. So stay tuned and you'll learn all the easy ways to do this. So once we've logged into our Proxmox host that we've set up before in a previous video, we do need to make sure we have a couple of things. The first thing being we need an ISO to boot our virtual machine off of. Now, of course, you can also use, container templates, which is a big part of what Proxmox is for. But for what we're using today, we're going to be doing ISO images, and we've uploaded both Rocky and Ubuntu server images on here. Now, of course, they're not very up to date. These are only from November 8th, and it's a little bit later in the month than that, but they'll get us started. So to start building a virtual machine, real simple. You just go to create VM right over here. And you leave the node because that's where it's going, the VM ID. We're going to call this Linux template because that is what we're making, is a Linux template. We're not going to start it on boot. That's fine. We're not going to do any tags. That's fine. OS, we're going to pick our Rocky. We're going to leave that alone. For system, all of that, totally fine for what I'm doing. We are going to give it a 100 gig hard drive. And we're going to do SSD emulation. We're going to give it one socket, 4 cores. So it's a quad core processor, but it's single socket. This used to be a bigger deal in the days when licensing was sort of weird, because some products you needed like 8 cores, but you could only license one socket at a time. So if you bought 2 4-core CPUs, that wasn't going to fly with licensing. You had to tweak things. So in this day and age, it's more just pick whatever breakdown you like that works with your CPU specifically. And then we're going to go ahead and do 4096 for RAM. We're not going to worry. We're going to leave all this alone. That looks great. Network. And then we know that this is VBMR 130. So we're putting it on our VLAN 30 that we stood up in our configuration video. Ignore that. And that is it for building a virtual machine. We'll go ahead and have it start on creation because we need it to boot up and we need to start installing Linux. So we'll go over here and we'll go to the console and we'll set here and oop-a-doop-a-doop. There's our BIOS and here we go. So let's go to install Rocky. Now, why would you do a template? So a template lets you build VMs quicker. So everything we're doing right now is a wonderful baseline for quite a few different Linux software applications. Obviously, you can use containers for quite a bit these days. Some places don't like using containers, especially in enterprise environments. So you'd need to do this from the ground up. Now, the way I'm showing you is probably the slowest, fast way to do it. Since we're building the VM manually the first time and converting it to a template afterwards, that will give us the ability to spin up more VMs without having to go through all those steps I just showed, plus these installation steps. Moving forward with this, obviously we'd want to use something like Terraform and Ansible to do all of this automatically. So instead of having to go through all of these prompts here that we're going through right now in Linux, we could have all of these sorted out with an answer file for an unintended installation, and we could pick everything that we need. So like in here, we're going to set automatic. That looks good. Done. We're going to do a server without a GUI because why would you need a GUI? You should be SSHing in your servers if you need to access them at all. That's all good. That's all good. We're going to enable our NIC card. And of course we have DHCP on this network. So boom, we pull an IP address. We'll set our name. We'll just call it Linux template.local. Done. And then we will configure a root password. Now, this means that technically you would have the same root password on all of your virtual machines. So obviously you would want to make sure that you make these changes on every system down the line. You don't want to you really shouldn't maintain the same root password across all of your servers. It should actually really not have a password and only be using SSH keys. And then sudo enablement if you really need to jump into root. But we won't worry about that right now. This is a nice simple starter. And then we'll hit install. And once this is finished, we will come back and discuss this some more. All right, that is done. We have a couple more things to take care of real quick before we convert this into a template. The first thing is going to be, we're going to turn off the ISO media. We don't need that anymore. And then we're going to click reboot. And then once it reboots, we'll log in one time as root and we'll patch it. And then that'll be pretty much all we need to do. All right, now we're booted up. We will log in real quick as root. We will, oh, oh, my brain's in Debian mode, sorry. Now let's discuss real quick some other reasons why you would want to do these templates. So like I said, this is a way for enterprises to deploy applications in a way they feel is more familiar, more control. Obviously, some places do love containers, and I think there's definitely an environment for them. Some software packages do not work well with containerization. So why do we template? We template machines so that we can quickly spin them up, bing, boom, boom, as soon as we need them. If someone requests something, boom, we can have it. We can make modifications to the template as we spin it up, you know, in CPU, RAM, and storage to create multiple different variations on the system, but it's already got the OS installed in a way that we like. Now, obviously, you would want to go through too, since we did automatic partitioning, this might not be the best layout for every sort of situation. So, you know, moving to the next level, you want to go into an automation system that grabs the ISO, preferably grabs the latest ISO so you don't have to do this patching step, installs the packages you need for the specific software you're trying to stand up, configures the machine's networking, host name, user accounts, if it's connected to Active Directory, for instance, or free IPA or something like that, you can have all of that automated, and that will make your container, well, your templating process much more streamlined. This is the level 1 version of a template. You kind of go in, you install your OS, you set up your packages, you clean up log files when you're done in this one, you clean up certain persistent files that will kind of create some differences in your systems long term. And then, of course, you can deploy stuff like SSH keys and things of that nature to help make authentication a lot cleaner and safer and more secure. But that's pretty much the short and long of it. Like I said, we'll get these patches installed and then we'll show you the last steps, which is literally turning it off and right clicking and converting it to a template, and then you're done. So we'll come back to that in just a second. All right, that's all the patches done. We won't worry about cleaning up the log files for this one, but we'll go ahead and shut down the machine. And then we will right click and we will go to convert to template. Now, obviously you could clone off of a regular VM, but converting to template makes a lot of things cleaner for you in the future. And that's it. So we've just made our first template and technically our first virtual machine on our Proxmox host. Next up, we'll be dabbling into Ansible and letting it start doing all of this work for us, from deploying virtual machines to helping us build templates to moving into completely unattended installs of VMs. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, just wanted to say a big thank you for watching this video along with all the other ones that you check out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if I'm talking about the things you want to hear, and let me know what you want to hear about next. All of that does a great thing to support the channel, and if you want to support any more, there's a Patreon link down below. You can support for as low as $2 a month, or if you want to go for my Ko-fi link, coffee link, I'm not sure exactly how that's pronounced, you can make one-time donations there. It's sort of attached to my gaming channel, but it'll work for either one. So thanks,